Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. Today we're joined with Inti Campo,
Hello everyone, how are you?
and we're going to be talking about today Bitcoin, of course, doing some Bitcoin TA. And obviously, today is the 4th of July, and happy Independence Days for all my American friends and viewers out there. We're going to remind you about what the United States is all about and what made it so important, what made it so great, and why it's going down the toilet right now. We're also going to talk about my final days here on YouTube, basically because I really see the writing on the wall. I think this is like anybody who stays on YouTube, any crypto person who stays on YouTube, it's basically like a Jewish person staying in Nazi Germany. They're coming for you. They're coming.
Those are big words, right?
They're coming. It's time to go. so so yeah, if you want to hang on to the last minute, you might find that that's going to end up hurting you in the long run. So, anyways, with that said, let's start off with the. Oh, before we start off with the TA, Inti has a few words to say.
Yes, as always, people, it's good to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only and this is not a financial advice. Please do your own research before putting your hard-earned money on the market.
Yeah, thank you for that, Inti. All right. With that said, looking at Bitcoin, I've drawn a couple of trend lines here, as you can see. This trend line here is a downward sloping trend line. We're finished. We're not even coming back to test this other downward sloping trend line here. There's a big red one, and yeah, we might do it one more time because I feel that we have to like sucker in the bulls a little bit before we actually go and dump down. And who knows? It might turn into a short squeeze. So you never know with these things. But basically, what I would say is that we're probably going to round out here, come back up, and if we break this level here, which is the 9,300 level, we're going to probably pop up to retest this top high here. Maybe if we break it, that's a positive sign. If we don't, yeah, that's it. It's game over. You can pretty much say this thing will roll over and die. Now, I'm thinking, let's see here. If we draw a line from, here, let me just take the magnet off so that I can do that. From this bottom to that top, that should indicate where we should go if we decide to break that high over there. That's if we decide. So yeah, we could actually get really close to this top here. Look at that. Before we actually decide to roll over. So it's going to be interesting. Let's just see here. If we were to do a fib retracement from here, does it give us any kind of indication of, yeah, there we go, 78.6. My Hail Mary trade, there we go. So there you go. So don't be surprised if that actually happens. I think we should really move that down a little bit more, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there we go. Till it actually touches the top of that line there. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a close one right there. That's only if it breaks up through the 300, the 9,300 level. We're a little ways from that, of course, right? Just doesn't have to do that. It doesn't have to break and create a new 13, break above the 13 EMA. This thing could actually just start to roll over right now. So be careful. I would not be jumping into a shorts right now. Breakout shorts are fine. However, right, you're asking for trouble on breakout shorts because, and I've set some stops because if we take a look at the RSI and you can see that we're slightly. Let's see. I think we're even getting to oversold area. Almost there. We're almost there. As soon as we pass the minus 80, we're in the oversold territory. So it doesn't take much, right, for us to get oversold on the daily. So I wouldn't jump too hard into a short at this point in time on a breakdown, without setting some stops along the way. Basically some trailing stops as it keeps going down, because I get the feeling any kind of downward movement could be like basically a fake out, and we go higher. So be careful of that, you bears out there. Okay, looking at the hourly, you can see that things look very bearish, but this is actually looks more of a fake out, trying to get people to sell, and also so that the bulls can actually get some momentum, from firepower, so they can push this thing higher. Yeah, this does not look like a bearish downward trend. Even though you're like, wait a second, it's going down, but here we already dumped down, right? And now if we did a bull flag, right, a bear flag, right, which would be like going upwards instead of going downwards, that would make it much. That would indicate that we would be rolling over, because that's to get rid of that's to get the bulls in as much as possible, right? With a bear flag, right? But no, it's really scaring everybody out, and so that means this thing might turn around very, very fast. Alrighty, let's take a look at some other altcoins, because we haven't done any of that in a while. And I'm taking a look at I'm looking at you, ADA. I'm looking at you, Cardano. And I was trying to get some some cheap coins down here, and I almost made it, and then boom, it just took off. So I already like sold half on a double on this thing, and I made a profit. I was trying to get a little bit more on there, but didn't quite work out. I wasn't trusting this. Everything that I've learned about the guy who's running this show, I had like zero faith in them finishing off Shelly, but they managed to pull it off, and they're going to be going live. So with the real thing, so that's great. You know what? I'm proud of them. I'm surprised. I did not think that was going to happen, but they were serious and they got it done. And let's see if it works come September. And I think the buy the rumor and sell on news is coming for this coin. And turns out that alt season generally comes around the July and August time frame. And so I wouldn't be surprised if the next 2 months this thing goes a lot higher and then dumps in September, starts to roll over in September, and we come back down to these levels here, where we started off sometime in the Christmas season, assuming that we don't go through hyperinflation. Right. All right. With that said, let's head over to Ethereum, right, where we're looking at the Ethereum to Bitcoin price, and man, does that look juicy! Looks like it was ready to break out. So if we break the 20, what is it? Two. What is it? How many millions of sats? 2.5 million sats. Yeah. 2.6 million sats. So 2.6 million satoshis. We're going a lot higher on this thing. This thing is going to go pop. This cherry is about to pop big time, and it looks really juicy priced in Bitcoin. And what does that mean? Does that mean that Bitcoin's going down and Ethereum is going to stay the same, or Ethereum is going to pop and Bitcoin is going to pop as well, but Ethereum is going to pop higher? Who knows? Well, let's take a look at the Ethereum chart and see what we have here. It doesn't look good priced in Bitcoin. I mean dollars for Ethereum. We've broken this trend line, and there's no way to draw this any other way. We're in a zone where the bears have control. The good news is again, like Bitcoin, this is getting oversold because it's consolidating through time. And a false move, right, If we break down and then we do a false move and we go higher, we could break higher a lot faster. So look out for that. This could turn into something very, very big for both Bitcoin or Ethereum. Should we break down, fail, and then break back up? If we do a kind of a W pattern, that's not as positive as big of a move as if we break down, because that suckers in the bears and then they get squeezed. If there's enough firepower to squeeze them, they get squeezed hard as this thing breaks up higher. So yeah, it could be this could be an epic bear squeeze that's coming in the next little while. But we will see what happens in the next few days or so. So, or at least probably in the next week. All right. So with that said, let's head over to talking about the main. Oh no! Before we do that, let's take a look at the dominance. Bitcoin dominance looks so sad. Looks like it wants to die, roll over and die. This is it's getting a little bit oversold on an oversold price, falling down a little bit too much. So wouldn't be surprised actually if we actually start this thing falls back down and then fakes out and breaks higher. Wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Looking at the Bitcoin dominance. So hopefully it goes down for quite some time, for a few months now, so that we can get some alt season action happening. A little bit of alt season action, at least if it comes back down to here. All right, to 64%. All right, so with that said, I'd like to talk about the Republic of United States, and not the Republic of China, because that's not a real republic, right? Naomi has a nice video talking about they're arresting people who talk badly about the CPP, and check that out. Check out her video, and also check this video out. I'm gonna play a little clip. And let me just make sure that hang on, that you guys can actually hear this, and then I'll play that clip. And here we go.
When Benjamin Franklin exited the Constitutional Convention, he was asked by a woman, "Sir, what have you given us?" His immediate response was, "A republic, ma'am, if you can keep it." Yet most Americans
think that you're in a democracy, and you're not. In fact, the founding fathers hated democracies because it's ruled by the 51%, and that's not how you organize society. You organize society in a natural law, which is what Stefan Molyneux was always talking about, right? His channel got closed off, right? I'm like a subscriber of his, and you can see all my people I've subscribed to here. And he was on here for quite some time, for 10 years. And I followed him, and now all of that work is gone. Like I think it was more than 10 years, 14 years of work has just disappeared completely. And so I don't want to go slowly into the night. I don't want to disappear after all this work or all the videos that I've done. So I'm gonna start rebuilding my channel up onto basically, I'm gonna do BitChute, because comparing BitChute to Library, I find that the videos, they jerk, they lag, they don't play very well, and so forth. BitChute is a lot better. It's not perfect. It still has problems. Sometimes the videos lag too. But hey, you know what? It's what we've got right now, and maybe I'll even put something up on my website so that I can host my own videos and making things easier. So if you guys are interested in that, I got gifts for you. I got a couple gifts for you. So you head over to www.davincicodes.net, right? And then you go more and free videos. There's a video on how to, if you just log in with with your email, right, and provide us with your email, I'll be letting you know where exactly I'm going to be and when we're going to have like live videos and live streams, right, so that you can be there and be a part of that, those live streams, and wherever I decide to do that. And so, yeah, I want you guys to subscribe, and once you subscribe, I have some videos. Once you log in, right? I'm wondering if I can log in. I don't think so. But anyways, once you log in, oh, look at that. You have some free videos on the little old lady strategy, basically, showing you how to do the little old lady strategy from scratch, assuming that you don't know anything, how to even open up a cryptocurrency account. So I make sure that you don't even, I start off like assuming that you don't even know what a Japanese candlestick is, basically, these little things here, these candlesticks there. I'm assuming you don't know how to operate a chart, nothing. And I walk you through exactly how to do all of that here in these videos that you get for absolutely free. So check that out. With that said, I forgot to bring up the promotion that we're having from at Davinci Codes, DaVinciCodes.net. Let's see if I think we posted it on our website. Yes, we're having a 70% off sale starting today on July, the 4th of July, and we're going to run this for quite some time. So yeah, don't miss out on this sale, a 70% off sale on Pandora's wallet, where you can join our Telegram group where we talk about crypto, and I do show you my trades. I show you exactly what cryptocurrencies I'm holding and everything like that. And you can actually ask me questions and I'll answer them as soon as I can. So you'll have direct access to me. And yeah, so if you're interested in that, there's a 70% off sale starting today. So go check that out. All right. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for participating in my videos and liking and subscribing. Please head over to the description of today's video, and you'll see that I have a link to a backup channel. And I'd really appreciate if you guys, your channel right there, if you head over to this video and participating and click the more, show more, and then click on this video here where I have a backup channel just in case that YouTube decides to kill me sooner than before I actually leave. Because what I'm going to do is I'm still going to post videos on this channel. It's just going to be like mostly clips of what the actual video that I've done at some other location. And every once in a while, I'll do a full video on YouTube, but not very often. But should I lose a channel before that? Because I'm not surprised. Because here's the thing, I've been blocked by at Team YouTube, and so on Twitter. So I know that my days are numbered, and so please click on this and hit subscribe onto that channel if you're interested, and don't forget to hit the like button for this video as well. All right, thank you. All right, so with that said, let's head over to our question and answer period. Inti, do you guys have any questions for me?
Oh, they have a lot of questions.
Awesome.
Okay, we are going to go directly with the super chat from Humid. Thank you very much, sir, for your donation. And he asked, Davinci, I watch all of your videos and streams. What year and price did you first buy Bitcoin? Could you tell us how you diversify percentage you hold in Bitcoin / Ethereum, etc.? Thank you.
Well, let's start off with the first. When did I started buying Bitcoin? Well, it started back in March of 2011. I remember that day when somebody sent me a message on YouTube, right? Because that's when YouTube actually allowed you to receive messages through the YouTube message center, right? And he said, Davinci, what do you think about Bitcoin? And I was like, Bitcoin? What's that? Googled it. I'm like, oh my God, scam. And so that's what I wrote to the guy. I said, hey, listen, this is a scam. I know that as a software developer, there's no way to solve the double spend problem, right? So I'm gonna read the source code, read the white paper, and show you how this is complete fraud, because there's no way that this is possible. And so I went through the source code, went through I read the white paper, went through the source code, and I was like, oh my gosh, no, this is not a scam. I got to get me some. And so I did a video right away saying, hey, you know what? Every once in a while, something comes along where you can buy really, really cheap, and in the future, you're going to be extremely rich. This is one of them. And, obviously, you don't get like, yeah, you're right, Davinci. Yeah, let's do this. Let's buy this. No, that doesn't happen. When a new technology comes out and that changes the way things are, no, you get people thinking you're crazy. People laughed at me, thought I lost my mind, and I stuck to it because I knew that this was a scientific breakthrough in computer science, basically, right? Because it was thought to be impossible. So now the impossible is possible. So hello, this is going to be worth something, right? So I immediately what I did was I followed some of the best investment rules, was to only go 2% into Bitcoin because it was still a risky venture. And the rest, well, I wanted to go more than 2%, and it was so difficult to buy. So what I did was started buying equipment, which broke me well over the 2% mark. But the equipment was something that I could actually resell to recuperate some of my losses. So I accepted it as that, right? And I started mining. And as for my diversification, that's diversification all depends on the individual. And everybody says, well, you got to have some sort of percentage of diversification of this and that. And honestly, that all depends on where you are in life, who you are, and stuff like that, and how you can make money and survive. Let's just say I went all in on I don't know, some crappy coin, and let's name a crappy coin, XRP. I went all in on XRP, and it drops to zero. It fails and it drops to zero. Will that be the end of me? If I were to do that, right? And the answer would be no. No, for me, right? So how would diversification benefit me if I am not going to lose everything going all in XRP, right? Let's just say if I wanted to do something like that, it would not, right? It would not benefit me in a sense that, other than the fact that hey, I'd lose a large chunk of savings, but I still have like, 1, the ability to program, 2, the ability to do videos, 3, I have other assets that I wouldn't sell, of course, and go all in on XRP. And so I would be I would be okay. So that's the case, right? So what you need to do is say, okay, well, listen, you could say, if you want to count your house, right? You can say, yeah, I'm gonna have this house. You could say, I have some cars, I have this and that and other things, and I can go 100% on this particular investment, and if I lose it all, I lose it all, and that's fine too. But you got to accept the risks of losing it all, right? So if you really just want to know what my percentages are, the best thing to do is just subscribe to Pandora's wallet, and I can show you inside our group, right? Because that's where I show everybody what I've got. So yeah, that's what I've got to say for that question. Next one.
Okay. So this one is from iCoffee, and he or she asked, Hi Davinci, at the current price of Bitcoin, what amount should I set aside on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis for dollar cost averaging to get to 1 Bitcoin? DCA seems daunting.
Well, I mean, it's all up to your budget, right? What you can possibly give to put into Bitcoin. I would say you should do no more than 10% per of your total paycheck into Bitcoin, um, because even that's pretty high. But that's still, I mean, it probably won't add up to all. By the time you by the time Bitcoin starts to moon, it probably won't add up to 1 Bitcoin, depending on your job and your stat and how much your income is and so forth. But yeah, you'd have to like you have to do some serious cutbacks. And I think with the coronavirus, I think you can probably pull that off a lot easier, since most people are not going out, most people are not going vacationing, and not doing much. So I think you can. I would also look for stuff that you could sell around the house, right, to help you get up to the 1 Bitcoin, because yeah, that's a definite goal that you want to have if you don't have enough to buy $10,000 worth of Bitcoins right now. And I can understand that for most people that's a huge amount of money. Um, Start selling stuff around your house. Basically, start selling anything you can to buy yourself some more Bitcoin, because you just even 0.11 Bitcoin is going to be worth the effort that you make to get a hold of in the next little while. It might take you might have to wait out for the next cycle, but I think you should definitely accumulate and hold, for maybe even two cycles, which is probably 2025, to really see some serious gains, should you not get up to at least 1 Bitcoin. If you do get up to 1 Bitcoin, I suggest that sometime in the next cycle, or close to 1 Bitcoin, that you think about what you want, um, from money, because the point of money is not the money itself; it's what you can do with it, and that's what everybody forgets when they try to get into this Bitcoin. You want to have money so that you can buy something else with it. So if you want to open up a company, you want to open up a small ship business that you always wanted to do, just think about what you always wanted to do and make sure that you do that once Bitcoin tops out near well over $100,000. So we'll be talking about that on my channel, of course. So I will be definitely ringing an alarm to sell your Bitcoins, coming when it's time to do so. So make sure you accumulate, and I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you don't have to, right? Remember, this is not financial advice.
Now, I was just about to say, everything that Davinci told you guys is what he would do with his money.
Exactly.
You don't have you don't have to follow the recommendation of any YouTuber, any financial advisor. I mean, no one is going to take care of your money better than you.
Exactly.
No one. Not Davinci, not any YouTuber, no one. There's no market gurus.
Exactly.
The choice is yours.
Exactly. And so, yeah, I feel that I would, yeah, definitely be buying up Bitcoin. And it's hard. I understand. I think about how when I was just, broke, not broke, but, living hand to mouth, I'd realize how hard it would be to find the little bit of savings to reduce somewhere, so that I could actually save into, not only to my retirement fund, but also to other assets as well. And so I completely get it if you have troubles finding the money to save. But if you ever wanted to have a life changing event, I feel that the probability of this creating that life changing event for individuals is extremely high. I'd give it like a 97% probability of having a life changing outcome. And because you want to be in that have that opportunity, I feel that I'd work. My next task would be work hard on finding a way of of saving more Bitcoin, just so that I can have that opportunity. All right, next question.
All right, next question. So JA asked, what platform will you be switching to? Oh, you already answered this in the video.
Yeah, if you just watch the beginning of the video, well, the middle of the video, scroll back, you can watch it and you can see what platforms I'll be switching to.
Sorry about that. So this one is from Caffeine, and he or she asked, "Hello, Davinci. What do you think will start the bull market next year?"
Well, just time, basically. I mean, there's not one particular event or anything, it's just time, right? As time goes on, right, you notice that, I don't know if you know that, I've read about how it leaked, what's it called? Large company purchased like $200 million worth of Bitcoin for high net worth investors. And they have their own fund for that, and they have like 350 million, and they're registering this as a fund in New York. So yeah, I mean, this is coming. The big money is coming. You want to try to get ahead of these guys, because it's not going to be fair. These guys get free printed money. You don't want to you want to have some of that free printed money coming your way, because that's the only way. The only way you're going to get that free printed money is them giving it to you. And the best way for them to give it to you is for them to, raise the price of Bitcoins, because, they want to get Bitcoins, and since the money's free for them, it doesn't matter what price they pay, right? They'll be fine, right? And eventually, let's just say they pay a super, super high price and the price goes down for them, it doesn't matter, because the Federal Reserve will bail them out. Right? So yeah, you don't have to worry about the rich people, right? They'll be taken well taken care of. You have to take care of yourself, and so that's why I see, man, this is going to be an epic event when these guys get in. I wouldn't be surprised if we get over $1.2 million per Bitcoin, and that's going to be insane. But hey, you know what? That's how much. Imagine having unlimited money and you go FOMO on Bitcoin. All right, next question.
Next question. Okay, this is another super chat from Humid. Thank you very much, sir. And he asked, ever seen yourself leaving Chile? Past jobs you had?
I don't know. My wife thinks about leaving Chile, and I'm kind of surprised because she's got all her family here. And I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea to do that. Chile, even though Chile is like the government is not going in the right direction, in my opinion. It's just that every other government around the world is also going in the wrong direction as well. And so because Chile has a lot of farmland, a lot of productive farmland, and a lot of resources and so forth, even though it might be difficult with the government to move those resources, you want to think about your personal survival. What are the odds that Chile goes completely totalitarian, like China? And it's got a lower enough probability for me to stay here so far, right? And even if it does go to completely totalitarian, hopefully it doesn't go as far as like Chairman Mao, and then they kill all the rich people, which is a possibility because the rich people here are just nasty. Yeah, they're horrible. Right? But I'd be keeping my ears to the ground and making sure that, hey, if that happens, I'm out. Right? If we get really close to that, I'm out. And so I think that I'm gonna stay here unless things get worse, right? I mean, if we go full commie, of course, then obviously I've got to go. All right, next question.
Okay, this is from JY. And I think it's a she, excuse me, but he or she asked, Hi Davinci, Once we bow out top again and hit around 100 and 300k Bitcoin, do you think we will find support at previous resistance? For example, the 20k in 2017 and 18 highs.
So
That's a pretty big range.
exactly. So I think we'll find resistance where at 20K? Is that the question?
He or she said a previous resistance and give 20k as an example.
Okay, so resistance, right, is basically when price comes up to the top and then it sort of bounces off, right? And support is when price comes down to the bottom and bounces off, right? So where are the resistance and support? Of course, one of the biggest resistances is obviously 10,000, and another one will be at 14, and another one will be, of course, at 20K. Those are the two resistances. The weakest resistance, of course, being the 20K, where we will probably break through that pretty fairly. As for support, we can see support at 6,000. It's a $6,000 level, of course. We all know that Bitcoin was bouncing off the $6,000 level quite some time, and so I could see that if we do come back down, the first one, that's the major support. But the first one will be the 7,200 level, the 8,000 to 7,200 level, and then the 6K level. So those are the support levels. And then coming back up, we're gonna hit the resistance level of 10K, and we'll see where we finally break that. Of course, I really think that we have to finally break that going through this year, sometime this year. I don't believe that Tone Base is correct that we'll be ranging between 10,000 and 6,000 all this year. I think sometime this year we're breaking above 10,000 for sure. All right, next question.
All right, are you in the mood for some alt TA or do you want to continue with questions?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, you gotta choose between Tomo, that Philson requested, Miguel Sayobrowski, that requested comp, or Zakaria Dari that requested bet. What do you want?
I'm gonna go with comp. Is it comp? COMP?
Yes, COMP.
Okay.
He said, hey Davinci, could you tell me your opinion about compound? Please, I watch all your videos and appreciate your knowledge shared.
Okay, compound. Well, it's a new coin and that's being listed here on this exchange. I wonder if we have any other exchange that gives us more time. GDAX, Compound USD, not really. Okay. All right, so let's go with the Binance. And let's go down to the hourly, since this thing is very new. You can see there's a cute little W popped up. We're coming back down, probably going to retest this bottom here. See if we retest this bottom of the W here. I think we'll probably retest the top of the W. We've got volume coming in. Let me just take a look at some other information. Ooh, wow. Okay, so volume is dropping actually. Not coming in, but yeah. But we've been oversold for quite some time. Wouldn't be surprised if we do see some sort of move here, but it's too early to tell. I would say you wait for an entry level if you're buying it in Bitcoin, and which is what people want me to do things in dollars because dollars is what they think is real, and it's really hard for you to understand that that's not real. Bitcoin is much better currency to own. I don't care if it fluctuates. I'd rather own it because I know it's going to fluctuate up.
I mean, it's what you think.
Yeah, exactly. That's my personal opinion. And so that's why I hold it as my base currency. And so I'm always going to price everything in Bitcoin, and that's just the way it is. All right, so I think this is where I'd buy it. Right around the 1.8 million sats is where I'd be interested in buying it, and I think I might pick some up right now. just to show you that I'm serious about that. Compound. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't do that because you know what? That shows how much money I have. I'll do it later for my Telegram group subscribers. All right, yeah. So yeah, I'm interested in a little bit of compound. So I'm gonna probably pick a little bit up here, and then what you could do is actually sell, like you know what, walk away should this price gets below here the one point. So it's 1.9 million sats is the is should be your approximate entry, and 1.8 million exactly is where you would exit should this thing break down, because it could go a lot lower, because these things are really early to the in the gate. So who knows? This thing may not do very well since I know it's been around for a while. It just hasn't been traded on exchanges, and it's just being listed on exchanges. But yeah, it could turn sour because all those people who have been early to this game could be taking profits all the way down. So be careful. All right. One more coin.
One more coin. We have a super chat from Crypto Benito. He asked, "Hi Davinci, have you looked at Applefort? The symbol is AMPL. A synthetic commodity money like Bitcoin. Brian Armstrong is backing it among Harvard and others."
Ouch. Ouch. Let's see here. Let's go to daily. Well, I mean, wow, it's been around since December of last year. Yeah, that's good. That's decent. We have a lot of action. It's not a lot of exchanges, right? Just the movements here look a little bit manipulated, but overall it's not that bad. I would say it's too late to buy, but I wouldn't mind getting some of this, right? At the 61.8, it looks like we missed it. Looks like, yeah, it looks like we missed it. Oh my God, came back at the 61.8, and yeah, there's your entry. Your entry to see if you can take this thing higher. Am I interested in this thing now? No. It's unfortunate you didn't come to me with this before. I would have been definitely interested down here. But now that we're gone, I'm not looking at buying anything that's already taken off. I'm not interested at all. So yeah. All right. No more TA. Let's go on to one more question of the day and then call it a day for the videos.
Yes. We forgot.
Don't forget to hit the like and hit subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my video, my backup channel, because that's very important, right? Make sure you hit the like, right, and hit this video here for my backup channel, because if I get taken out sometime this month, yeah, you'll be able to see what I'm up to and what's going on this channel here. So make sure you subscribe to that channel right away. All right. Next question.
We forgot to answer the second part of Yumi's super chat because he asked, like, very briefly, what jobs you had in the past.
What jobs I had in the past?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I've been a programmer for quite some time, since 1996. But before that, I used to sell chocolates.
Yes. there's a really entertaining video about that, right?
Exactly. I put that video up on Library. If you want to check that video out, it's an exclusive Library video of me selling chocolates. Somewhere here. Let's see if I can find it quickly. Nope, can't find it. So, but anyways, I will put it in the link in the description below later on once this video ends. But yeah, and then before that, I I worked at a gas station, worked at grocery stores. I even sold chocolates door to door myself when I was younger, and as a paper boy as well. And yeah, I did all kinds of jobs. I worked at factory jobs and so forth. I even worked at McDonnell Douglas and IBM, believe it or not, for a short while. So yeah, I had a diverse set of jobs. All right, one more question, and then we'll call it a day.
Okay, this is from Josue Aguirre Alvarez, and he asked, "Hello, Davinci. I live in Chile and I don't have a bank account. Do you know how can I buy Bitcoin without having know your client?"
You don't have a bank account in Chile. You could.
He said he was here with work visa, and that's why he don't have a bank account. Right?
Well,
I still consider weird.
Yeah, you could get a root account, and so a root account is basically, in order for you to work here, you're gonna have to have a root number.
Yes, they won't pay on with cash.
Exactly. So you do have a root account, and because of that, you can actually go and
And work with exchange, right?
yeah, the exchange Buddha, right, and buy it from Buddha. Now, if you're concerned about the government knowing, yeah, I mean, you can always buy it off of. I can give you another contact to buy it from online. It's I think it's BTC Chile, but you know what? I can't remember right now what the name of the website. But basically, they sell it like it was a storefront. Basically, they sell bitcoins basically, and yeah, there's lots of places online in Chile to buy bitcoins. It's the most easiest place to buy bitcoins, I think, in the world, because I could buy bitcoins. If I wanted to buy bitcoins right now, right, I could do that in less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. Transferring the cash to exchange and making my order. 5 minutes. Right? That must be the easiest place on the planet. Because you try to do that with what's it called? The biggest exchange in the United States, which is Coinbase. And they would take days before you even get the cash. So yeah, that's not happening on Coinbase, right? Well, here, I mean, it's just instant practically to transfer money, and instant to buy, of course, right, on the exchange. So it makes it a lot easier here. And I think he should take the time to open up an exchange account at Buddha and use that, because you get the best exchange rate, and when you do that. All right, so all right, well, thank you for your questions. Thank you everyone for your questions and watching my videos and supporting this channel, hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe, heading over to the other video and subscribing to the backup channel. Really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you guys on Monday. I missed yesterday's video, but I will try. I'll make my best effort to do another video on Monday morning. So look out for that. So cheers. And
cheers, people.
Don't forget to check
Bye.
out the videos popping up right here. Bye now.